No, it was from some Great, sorry. I didn't catch your name. My name is
Courage is a much celebrated and glorified virtue or notion, but it's also very elusive. We all have our own definition of courage. We have President Armén Sարգshyանը, who will bring a very different perspective. I think it takes courage to be a political leader today, but that's not the reason why we invited you.
Well, thank you, Thierry. I'm president of a country that last year had a war. That war was Azerbaijan for 44 days, and it was not only a war with Azerbaijan, who was bigger, richer, better equipped, but also that Azerbaijan was fighting with an open support of Turkey. 3 million people fighting, Azerbaijan much bigger, and Turkey behind, with Turkish equipment, drones, and everything there. As a president, during the war and after it, I had a duty giving medals and orders to those who lost their lives. It's so difficult just to sign it, because there is a young person's life in front of you. There is a description what happened, like it happened with Benson. There was a description, and I had to read it, several hundreds of them. One thing that you come to a conclusion that in front of me I had hundreds of young people who were only 20, 21, but so much courageous, fighting knowing that they are fighting a Goliath. For politicians and generally for everyone, I think that there's one important thing that we have to do: stop pretending and lying. Very important, I think. You tell or you think or you act what you really believe in. And the most important thing, I think you have to stop lying to yourself. In our own lives, both individual lives and also political lives, see in our new world too much of people pretending rather than being honest and not lying. So we have a lot of world problems because politicians, NGOs, individual people, business people, social people, cultural people, they are not honest. I think to basically fight fear and be courageous, one of the courageous things is don't lie. And first of all, don't lie to yourself.
Thank you so much. Adversity and uncertainty.
People can make change, to be courageous and make change. So that's the main question which interests me.
Thank you, Armén. I think it's a question for both Gérard.
Temerity, recklessness, and lucidity.
It's a very elaborate definition. Thank you. So Gérard, why don't you take 10 minutes?
Courage is very difficult to define. I mean, philosophers have been struggling for 1,000 years to try to find a definition for courage.
And by the first half, I get even more confused.
Moving away from a much more integrated, multilateral, cosmopolitan world.
His mother, your mother, not to be deported. He's a hero in 44, he's a traitor. So ambiguity.
And so we need a complete rethink. I'll stop there.
Complete rethink. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Christopher.
I run a startup. I wanted to ask you which is the most beautiful nature reserve.
Because you want to enter France. I'm very nice.
I think it's wonderful that the president is looking to do this kind of event in Armenia. It's great to be able to get people face to face again and talk about extraordinary topics and get different minds of people thinking in a very diverse way. I certainly hope many people would be able to come in person. Obviously, travel is extremely unpredictable at the moment, and so no one can commit. But I certainly hope that the event is able to go ahead face to face, and it will be a wonderful success.
I had the honor of participating at the Summit of Minds Armenia 2 years ago. Obviously met a bunch of wonderful people, had an incredible experience, and can't wait to get back. Your president has been just such an incredible inspiration for me and for so many of others with his forward-thinking ideas about digitalization, about digital transformation, understanding that that is where a lot of future jobs are going to come from. It's going to be a lot of future economic activity. It's going to be built around a digital future, and he totally understands that. And so I love talking to him about those topics.
Concerned as when I was in government, I was in the Foreign Office, the Foreign Ministry, and
if you look at the crises we face today, pandemics,
democracy and open markets would sweep the world, and those countries that were governed differently were
create a different kind of governance at the international level that recognizes these new powers and brings them.
Bio on the app, you immediately conclude that he passes a courage test with others.